Hello friends, I hope you all are doing good. So in this lecture, I'll be discussing the third question of my data science end semester paper. So the question is explain the concept of linear regression, how the best fit line is determined, write the algorithm for linear regression for given input data points x, y. So let's begin. So first, linear regression is a statistical method used to model the relationship between two variables, an independent variable x and a dependent variable y. It is called linear because it assumes the relationship between x and y can be represented as a straight line. So we basically plot the graph between the x coordinates and the y coordinates, in which the x is the dependent variable which is used to find out the value of the dependent variable y. I am sorry, x is the independent variable which helps to determine the value of the dependent variable which is y. This line, called the best fit line, is one that minimizes the distance between the actual data points and the line itself. In simple terms, we want to find a line that best represents the trend in the data so we can make predictions for y based on a new values of x. So to determine the best fit line, we use method called least squares. This means we try to minimize the sum of the square difference between the actual data points and the points preceding by the line. So we basically try to minimize the sum of the square difference between the lines. The equation of straight line is given as is generally y equal to mx plus b. Here m is the slope of the line and b is the y-intercept. Basically the B tells us that at which point it will cut the y-axis. It means the x-intercept is 0. Our goal is to find the values of m and b that minimizes the error between the actual data points and the line. Now, the first step, now the algorithm part. The first step is start with the data points x, y, and the step 2 is calculate the means of x and y. Let's call them x bar and y bar. Now, the step 3 is to compute the slope using the formula sum of product of deviations divided by sum of square of deviation in x. Now, the fourth step is to calculate the y-intercept b using the formula in which the mean of y is subtracted from the slope multiplied by mean of x. Finally, we have the equation of the line y equal to mx plus b. So we got the value of m and the slope b, the value of the slope and the y-intercept b. Now for the different values of x, we can predict the value of y. So, linear regression is a simple yet powerful tool to calculate predicting values and understanding relation between variables. The algorithm finds the best fit line by calculating the slope and intercept that minimizes the error. Now, let us understand this through an example. So, we have the pizza diameter as 8, 10, and 12 centimeter. For that, the price is 10, 13, and 16. So firstly, we'll be calculating the mean of the x, which is the independent variable, the diameter of a pizza. So the mean comes out to be 10 by adding 8, 10, and 12 and dividing by 3. And now calculating the mean of the rupees, which is y, that is 39 divided by 3, which comes out as 13. Now we'll see the deviation in the x coordinate, which is minus 2 0 and 2, and the deviation in y coordinate, which is minus 3 0 and 3, because the mean in the x is 10 now. So a particular data points, the 8 is deviating by minus 2, 10 is deviating, not deviating, 12 is deviating by a positive 2, and the deviation in y as respectively. So now we'll calculate the sum of square of deviation of x coordinate. So basically we have to square these values and add them. So by doing this, we got the sum of square on deviation as 8, and now we'll be doing the product of deviation. Basically we have to divide multiply between the deviations of x and y, which comes out to be 6, 0, and 6, and now finding the sum of product of deviation, which is 12. Now, to calculate the slope, we'll be using formula sum of product of deviation divided by sum of square of deviation. The sum of product of deviation in this case is 12, and the sum of square of deviation in x is 8. So our slope comes out as 1.5. Now by after calculating the slope, we'll be calculating the y-intercept, which the formula is mean of y minus m times mean of x. So basically our the mean of y comes out as 13, and we have to subtract 13 from the slope multiplied by mean of x, so which is 1.5 into 10. So by solving it, the slope come out, the y-intercept come out as -2. Now, if we for suppose we want to calculate the price for the 20 centimeter pizza, so we'll putting the value of x as 20 and the M and B respectively, we'll be getting that the price for a pizza is 28 rupees. So you can see that the price for a 8 centimeter pizza is 10 rupees, a price for 10 centimeter pizza is 13 rupees, and the price of 12 centimeter pizza is 16 rupees. So through this, we can see that the price of a 20 centimeter pizza is 28 rupees. So basically, we calculated the value of the y, which is dependent variable, using the values of the independent variable x. So guys, this is all from the video. I hope you enjoyed the lecture. Thanks for watching. Bye.